Hi, Verna here, Integrative Wisdom, and it is part 4 of the chakra series, but we're working on chakra 3. So the third chakra is the solar plexus, and it's right underneath the breastbone, this area here, again related to the spine, but that is where the energy, the little wheel of light, as they say in Sanskrit, what chakra means, I guess. Um, it is one of the most um, interesting parts of our journey. It's all about personal power. And so, where we had the first chakra, and it was about tribal power and coming together as a tribe, then we had the sacral chakra, which is about um, deciding what in the tribe we could buy into and what we would need to do for ourselves um, apart from the tribe. Well, now we are really being asked um, to step away from a tribal mind and move into the idea of personal power. And this is a center of energy that allows us to begin to individuate, if you've heard of that in psychological terms, to begin to separate ourselves from what others around us believe and think, and to really dive deep to see what spirit or God wants us to understand. So it's a little bit about separation, which can cause anxiety. So it is about the ego, the self, the personality, and how we will relate to the external world. So, some of the fears that come up here, and you might already be thinking about them, fear of criticism, fear of rejection, being oversensitive when people question us because we haven't quite accepted that it is our responsibility to be in that place of power and not somebody else's to give it to us and say, oh, yeah, I believe what you say. No, it's do I believe what I say? There can be some appearance issues. So, worrying more about the physical look of who we are, that we would obsess about that on the external part of it all. It is a really important time to begin to build a sense of self respect, of self discipline. It's a time when we may begin to be asked to take risks because now we have to stand up for things um, that we are being given the insight for. It's a matter of ethics, strength of character, to be able to honor oneself. And so, again, when you're going out in the world and people are saying, well, I think we should do this, this, or this, or I believe this, this, or this, and you feel that gut saying no, 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 but then you're like, oh, but I don't want them to be mad at me, and I don't want them to get upset with me. So okay, I'll just go along. I'll make it easy. I'll just go along. You're going to continue to get nudges. You're going to continue to get nudges that say, no, you can't follow that anymore. You got to stand up on your own 2 feet. You got to get out there and live the you that you're being called to live. So this is a little bit of a place where the intuition begins to kick in, but the power comes from being in the here and now and not about the future, and especially not about, I'm not doing what they said, sorry. The power, sorry, lovely hair. The power of the past, right? So you have to be standing tall and strong in the now to access that understanding of what's being brought up for you. It's a time with this personal responsibility. It's also a time to grow in self-knowledge, this self, and self-acceptance. So to stop trying to be like someone else, to stop trying to look like someone else, to stop trying to act like someone else. And the big question is, do I like me? Do I like who I am? Can I stand strong in this personhood as I begin to understand more and more about who I am and what that looks like, right? So, one of the things that might be coming up is that it's a time to heal from all of the things that have been out there. So if your family has said things to you, you know, the messages that you've been getting, you know, oh, if only you would do this, if only you weren't so this, you know, could be you're too chubby, you're too small, you're too thin, you're too bouncy, you're too quiet, you're too, no, stop. I'm not. I'm me. And let me see what that looks like. And it's a time to stand up and be courageous and to truly tune in to who this me is. And a belief in oneself then leads to this solar plexus having a greater ability to provide that balanced energy, so that you don't end up with physical ailments that could begin to manifest because you're not standing up in your personal power. And I'll have the little list of some of the illnesses that are attached to the solar plexus, and you'll be able to look at those and see how that relates. So in Carolyn Mace's book, which I told you that I use her work a lot, she was talking about the 4 stages of personal power. So I'm just going to give those to us real quick. And we address these through self-inquiry and symbolic insight. So again, intuition. First stage, revolution. We free ourselves from groupthink, right? We've talked about the tribal energy that's there, and it's good. There is both the positive and the limitation to these energies, right? So you don't get rid of one, but you learn to harness it for the betterment of this whole person. So revolution. Secondly becomes involution, which she says is self-examination, which leads to self-knowledge. And this is, I think, one of the areas that people want to skip, is that self-examination, or they get so stuck in self-examination that they can't get out of it and they can't move forward, right? Because of fear. And then stage 3, which is interesting, becomes what looks like to many people a stage of narcissism, which means all about me. But it takes a little bit of time to come to understand who this person is that's suddenly showing up. And so it looks as if I'm totally me focused, right? And perhaps I am, because I'm saying no to everybody else. And I'm only saying no to me, what I'm hearing and what I'm understanding. So, but that's a stage. Okay, we move through it to evolution. And the evolution is the place where we are able to finally maintain our dignity. We are finally able to maintain our self-respect and who we are as apart from others, and how we've been led by spirit to live in this world a certain way. So self-understanding, independence, self-respect are the gifts that come from this. And then I loved what she said, our bodies thrive. Excuse me. Try not to do that. Our bodies thrive when our spirits thrive. And our spirits thrive when we're living from that place of intuition and listening deeply to what we're being told about how to live life, and not how others tell us how to live life. So that's it for chakra number 3, the solar plexus. The color, there's a color for every chakra. Yellow is the color for the personal power. So here's to you and your personal power. And oh my goodness, today's Friday. So we will see each other again on Monday. All right. And that's the heart chakra. And that's really important right now too. All right. Take care. Bye.